How to gain true motivation. So, first, I'm going to explain simply how you do it, and then I'll give an example about how this will work with a fat person. I don't have anything against fat people. They're just the easiest example because they're always seen as like, fat and lazy, but they're not actually fat and lazy. And the fact that you call them fat and lazy probably fucks them up on the inside. And it's hard for them to actually achieve a goal of getting skinny or fit or healthy or in shape or whatever. You feel me? So here's simply how you do it, right? Motivation, in my opinion, will always be self-generated, right? So I already explained how you're not lazy. You just don't want it bad enough. Now, how do you start wanting it bad enough? You need to establish why you want this thing. Now, you also do need to have energy and time for this thing. Energy and time are the same thing. I'll drop that video later. But you need to have energy and time for this thing also. And the thing is, if you want it bad enough, you'll create the time and the energy. You feel me? So with that shit being said, right, once you have the time and the energy, right, you just need to want it bad enough to actually do this thing. So want it bad enough to have a firmly established why. Why do you want this thing? When you achieve this thing, what will your life look like? If you don't achieve this thing, what will your life look like? You feel me? Where did this want even come from? Is it self-generated or did it come from somebody else? You feel me? Like, you got to think about all these things. That will boost your reason to actually do this thing. You feel me? Now, here's the thing with the fat person, right? With a fat person, right? Saying, I just want to be skinny is not the easiest way for them to be motivated. But if they're suffering, right, from health problems, like they're about to get like they had diabetes or about to get diabetes, or like they're just suffering from like high cholesterol, some other bullshit like that, right? That breeds more motivation. So when they start looking like, damn, okay, if I get healthy, I won't experience these problems. If I don't get healthy, I'll likely die. That provides more motivation to actually, get fit. But there's also this thing inside their head too. Sometimes, right? People tell them, bro, you got to get healthy, you got to get fit. But it didn't come from them first. And because of that, right, when they hear that shit, there's like a resent there. Because you're telling them you got to be healthy when they're not ready. So now when they are ready, right, and they want to be healthy and shit, they think about all the people who said you got to be healthy. And they're like, damn, they were right. And they hate admitting that they were right and stuff like that. So they don't want to admit inside their head these people were right. So it's like there's a whole big psychological conflict here, which is why you got to establish why you truly want these things. Because if somebody told you all your life, nigga, you're fat and you got to get skinny, right? And you're just now saying to yourself, damn, I got to get skinny, right? You may be like, damn, bro, I don't want to get skinny because that guy said it. I want to do that shit for me. Well, then just say that real quick. Why do you want this thing? Because it's truly for me. But if you don't truly think about why you want these things, you just go off of automatic feeling and thought pattern and stuff like that. You feel me? You don't truly think about why you want this thing and what happens if you don't achieve this thing and what your life look like if you do achieve this thing. You don't think that in depth usually. You feel me? I ain't gonna say you, but we as humans don't think that in depth usually, which is the reason why we don't even achieve our goals, because we don't even know why the fuck we want them shit. We don't even know what the fuck our life would look like if we did have that shit. We don't know the consequence of not achieving that shit. We don't know if it came from us or from somebody else. And sometimes it may have came from somebody else first, but then it really came from us second. But we're like, damn, I don't want to do it because he said it. I want to do it because I said it. If you just say that to yourself, I'm doing it for me, it'll be easier for you to do it because you won't feel like you're doing it for them because now you know it's really for you. You feel me? But sometimes also somebody gave you an idea, right? And you was like, damn, I want that shit because it sounded good. But you don't really want that shit. So you got to really establish why you want these things. All right, I'm done. Peace.